What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this is a video discussing the obesity rates when it comes to Black women and just this country. You know, obesity is a major problem. We see it every single day. While there are some people who are working on themselves to get to a better, weight goal that's healthier for them, there are still a lot of people who are just not really trying and in some way pushing this overweight or obesity idea that it's okay, there's no detrimental effects of it, and that okay, just be happy in your skin no matter if it's harming you or not. So I want to go ahead and get into this video where we see these sort of mukbang type videos of these women in particular just eating themselves into oblivion. I mean, they're just eating everything that they can get their hands on, and we see that they're already obese and it's a major issue, but they don't seem to have a problem with it. And I know most people can say, oh, mind your business, do what you want. But we see these videos like this every single day of these women just eating themselves to death. Like they're just eating and it just look gluttonous and it doesn't look very good. But, when we talk about obesity in this country and specifically among women, this is what we see on a daily basis. And we know this is not healthy. And this is just not a good look. But a lot of people don't really speak out on it, don't really talk about it. They just kind of gloss over it. And that's just it. But this is an epidemic, you guys. This is not healthy whatsoever. It actually looks disgusting to watch it. It really does. It really does. This is just
people in more states are larger than ever. Here's how obesity rates looked in 2012. They range from low to moderate, with no states having an obesity rate above 35%. Now fast forward 10 years and the rates skyrocket.
So in 10 years, look at the difference. Like the obesity rates have tripled. And this is a problem. This is an epidemic that we're seeing. And while you have some people speaking out about it, not enough people, in my opinion, are making this, are focusing on this and really shedding more light to it and the detriment of how this is going to affect a lot of people. We already know that diabetes, heart issues, high cholesterol, all of these things are issues related to obesity. And, a lot of us are just overweight and it's becoming an epidemic, and something needs to be done about it because, I don't think that we should be promoting this and coddling this and making it seem like it's okay because lives are at stake. You know what I'm saying? We see too many obese people and it's becoming more and more of an issue. Everybody is BMIs are higher than they should be. Everybody is just about, most people are bigger than they should be. And this is mostly affecting our children and women because the women are larger than the men. It's interesting because I saw this article where it says in the United States, Black women have the highest rates of obesity compared to other racial ethnic groups. Approximately 60% of Black women are considered obese based on a body mass index, that's your BMI, of greater than 30. And Black women are 70% more likely to be obese as compared to non-Hispanic white women. So once again, this is affecting more of Black women than anybody else because a lot of our women are just too big. And it is not good. So I just wanted to point it out, but let's continue.
35%. It's worse in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and West Virginia, where more than 40% of adults are considered obese. California has remained consistent in the 25 to 30% range. No state had a rate below 25% in the latest calculations. Obesity is linked to a variety of health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and also kidney disease.
You're live with BBC News. A new study has found that 1 in 8 of the world's population are now classed as obese. That is more than 1 billion people overall. The World Health Organization says that governments and the food industry need to support efforts to reduce obesity, particularly in young people. Right. In the UK, obesity rates have doubled in the last 30 years.
All over the world, we're getting larger. The authors of this study say they are shocked by how fast obesity levels have risen since 1990. And they're urging governments to get serious about a health problem linked to heart disease, diabetes, and some forms of cancer. So how did they measure us? By looking at our BMI, or body mass index, which is calculated using a person's height and weight to work out whether they're under or overweight. The data showed that childhood and teenage obesity had more than quadrupled from 31 million in 1990 to almost 160 million in 2022. Among adults, almost 880 million were obese in 2022, 4.5 times as many as in 1990. That's more than 1 billion people now classed as obese. Asia and the Caribbean have the fastest rising rates. In Europe and North America, where obesity has been a health problem for longer, levels aren't rising so fast, but they aren't sinking either.
Many of these children and young people are going to be living with obesity for, unless something is done about it, for the majority of their life. And to the best that we know, for many outcomes of obesity, the length of being affected by it matters.
The World Health Organization says governments and the food industry should make healthy food cheaper, restrict the advertising of foods high in fat, sugar or salt, and support physical activity and good nutrition in schools. The new weight loss drugs might be useful as part of a healthy diet, it says, but they're not the solution to global obesity.
Women don't want to hear the truth for real, and I'm low-key tired of trying to talk sense into y'all. I come on here trying to tell y'all that as a fat woman, you are going to be targeted by low quality, low value men, and y'all commented and assumed I have low self-esteem. You commented and assumed that, oh, or you just stated, oh, it's not me because I keep getting these quality men and I've seen my 600-pound life and them women are never single. You missed my point.
Before we get into what she's saying, what she's saying is, overweight women need to understand that the type of men that you're attracting are low quality men, because they don't think that they have to do much in order to get you. This is something I've been hearing from, overweight women say, but some are in denial about it, and they just think that, first inclination is to attack the person and say, oh, you're insecure. But there is some truth to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play what she was saying, because she's addressing another aspect of this. So make sure you guys chime in the comments. Let's continue.
Y'all are not we are not typically attracting quality men. The difference is you have to understand who you choose versus who you attract. You cannot help who you attract, but you can help who you choose. Majority of the time, the man that is going to be on your body, hard body, is going to be a man who has nothing to do with his life. It's going to be a man who is low value, who wants to leech off of you, who does not value women, who does not value himself. He has no knowledge of self. He's not a quality, elevated, conscious man. And y'all have to understand, I'm not saying it's not accessible to you. I'm not saying these men of quality and of high caliber are not accessible to you, but I'm saying you're going to have to fight to have access to that type of man. You're going to have to position yourself. You're going to have to try to position yourself to be above average in other ways and still hone in on your body too. But you really going to have to work to be above average to attract the type of man that you really want, because these men who are just typically at the baseline attracted to you are not men who are worth your time anyway. That was the point. The point was not to say fat women can't have quality men. The point was not low quality men are the only men attracted to us. That really wasn't the point. And I hate when stuff like that go over y'all head. Y'all don't be listening. You don't have critical thinking skills. And it's really, really starting to piss me off the way that y'all miss points. You don't think about things before you just comment in your feelings about some. Learn to just sit and eat a message and then try to eat it again and let it really soak up in your subconscious mind before you comment.
Yeah, and I get what she's saying. And I think if more, my thing is, if you want better, you have to do better. When it comes to attracting a certain type of man, you got to understand that man is looking for certain types of things as well. He's looking for a certain look of a woman. He wants certain things from a woman. If you are grossly overweight, you just may not be his type. You might be a nice person. You might have a good heart. You might be a good person, but you just may not be his type. And I think that's what a lot of overweight women are seeing, is that that's your type is the type that you like. It doesn't like you, doesn't like you back. The type of man that you would go for, he's not attracted to you. And if he's not attracted to you, then it's up to you to make some changes so that you can attract the type of guys that you like. Otherwise, you will be subjected to the guys who are approaching you. And a lot of times what they're saying is these guys are not approaching you with the right intentions. They're approaching you because they think you're easy. They think you don't have any other options. And they're using you to take advantage of you in most cases, because they believe that overweight women do not have the pick of the litter and most men are not checking for them. So they can ease their way right on in and come take advantage because you don't have many options and you might be desperate. So all I would say is work on yourself, get yourself to a better version of you, and you may get the outcome that you're looking for. You have to understand you got to do what you need to do to be your best because you want the best. You don't want to settle for, for something less, but you got to make sure that you are not the less, that hey, you are able to attract the guy you want, and that guy looks at you and says, yeah, I want to be with her. She's within my standards. Let's continue.
If you big and you look good, clap your hands. If you look good, you don't care what a hater gotta say. If you big, look good, clap your hands. Ain't never care what a hater gotta say. Look good, and I know a big ain't never stopped the show, and I'ma drop it low cause I don't care. I love me. But no, seriously, on a serious note, if you are on a heavy side like me, and it's certain things that you want to wear, but you feel like you're not comfortable enough, love on you a little bit more, okay? Love on you a little bit more, and I promise you, it's going to unlock another level of security about yourself. Don't let nobody tell you not a Nathaniel about you. Because guess what? If you don't love you, who else gonna love you the way you want to be loved? It starts with you. Trust the plug.
Now, and once again, you can certainly love yourself as you should. You should love yourself, but you also got to love yourself enough to know the truth about yourself. That if you are overweight, that you are predisposing yourself to a lot of risks that could affect your life and also shorten your life. It's not about a look. And so I just think instead of us worried about what people are saying and thinking, but you should be focused on what you should be doing to give yourself a chance at longer life and a healthier you. And being that big with all that extra fat is just not healthy at all. And it doesn't look good, and it's not healthy at all. And I don't think we should be promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. If you love yourself, then you would be more inclined to eat healthier and start working on your body to get your body to a better place. I'm not saying everybody got to be a size 0, but you can certainly be within your BMI, like a healthy BMI that you're at a normal weight for your height, where your body is functioning a lot better, as opposed to sitting back and just eating and just piling it on and thinking that this is you loving yourself, because it's not. So I think we all have to really look at the state of where we are when it comes to being obese, because we have people in our families that are obese. Some people's children are obese. It may be you that's overweight and struggling. And it can definitely be a struggle, but there are many different ways to get your body in a healthier place. There are many different avenues, and there's a lot of information right here on YouTube where you can go and listen to doctors to tell you what you should be doing to try to get yourself to a healthier place, because it is getting to a point that it's just getting out of hand and it's just not looking good, y'all. So listen, I want to leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.